Let's see here. Gotta get everything set up, but welcome. I am Syracuse. This is Phoenix Leagues. We're just gonna get this shindig started, and we'll start setting up the adventure that this wonderful Pearl League game is going to be as soon as we get some viewers. And yeah, it's just going to be me this evening, y'all. So it's going to be a special time for everyone involved. I know you're all very, very thrilled. Let me at everyone. And I'm going to have to go AFK temporarily. Sorry. All right, stream, I am back. Sorry about that. Interesting circumstances popped up where I had to AFK for just a minute. But here we are. Phoenix Leagues, we have Pearl League games going on. Something. Nike will talk to them. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a good time this evening. We got Breez Beta Red up against Gator Gaming. And I believe this is both teams' first series in Phoenix League. So it's going to be a really good time. I'm really excited. We got a couple diamonds in this game. Actually, a decent amount of plats and diamonds in this game. So it's set to be something exciting. So I'm really excited to start this up and get this shindig on the road. And we'll just see what happens. Yeah, I mean, okay, let's see here. So some things are being sorted out. You can probably see that in all chat. But here we are waiting to get started. I'm very, very excited to be here. You know what? Let's just actually use this wonderful time that we have been given to have a look at these rosters. Take a peek at their champion pools. I didn't find out I would have done this a little bit sooner, but I didn't find out I was casting this until not too long ago, and then I was on a plane. So, all right. So here we go. Let's look here. Start with Gator Gaming. Let's see here. Salvation. Actually, General Wally. Let's have a look at old Wally here. General Wally, Diamond 5 mid laner. Not too many games. No, he has a lot of games on this account. That's preseason numbers. That's why I was confused. A lot of Vel'Koz last season and Ahri. But Azir appears to be something he's picked up as well. We all know Azir is super strong at the moment, unless that has changed since I have last looked at the game. And then let's continue digging around this roster. Let's see here. Salvation. Another Diamond 5 player. Looks to lots of Katarina, Diana, and Kaz. So Diana, Kha'Zix. So we might see some of that from the jungler. It does have Shyvana and Maokai in his pool, so that'll be interesting there. Also, I need to know what team is on what side because these are all mixed up. Okay, I have them backwards. Here we go. Gator Gaming on the right. They're getting things all set up here, but we are about to get set up, so it's time to start the music. Time to start the stream. Time to get hype for some Phoenix League action. So let's continue having a... Gonna continue to have a peekaroo at these squads. Took a look at Salvation and General Wally. So let's have a look at Breez, Beta, Red. If I can find them in here. Ah, there we are. So let's take a look here. Who is really interesting on that team that I want to take a pick? Look at Router Smiter. Seems like he could be important. Rolling it out there. Let's pull up that op.gg. This is born this way, you know? Come on now. Alright, so Riven, Rengar, Renekton. Big Renekton main and Rengar main. So we might see some Rengar top later. That'd be hype. Oh, but here we are, picks banned. As we talked about, General Wally is a Vel'Koz player. No surprise to find him banned. Find that champion get banned as something he has a high play rate on. So let's see what is banned next. All right, and there's the Oran Van, very much a top-tier pick at the moment, with a lot of buffs that he has received. So, little surprised to see that going on. Nami probably taken away from El Mamon. And Kassadin taken away from Inf Zenith. And there's Zoe, another really strong pick, but it's very surprising to see the OPs get banned by the blue side squad. Usually the onus is on the red side to ban those picks because you don't want them to get first picked on you. But this is kind of opening up Gator Gaming to ban what they want instead of being forced to ban Ornn, Zoe, a wide variety of strong picks. J4 out, definitely a versatile jungler right now. In the current meta. So we'll see what happens. MF being picked first. That is a strong pick. It's a power pick that did get through. We saw it at All Stars. She was pick ban a lot of the time. Did nutty amounts of damage. We've seen her picked in Phoenix League games, and she did nutty amounts of damage here. So no one's too surprised by that. Thresh, the high Thresh pick for Gremmy 99Bs. Biz. Gremmy Biz. Gremmy. Does that look... You know, I gotta figure out a way to say it that way. I'll get back to you. So let's see what Salvation picks up. Do we see the Kha'Zix? Or maybe even Azir. Azir was... Oh! There's the hover. And indeed it is Kha'Zix. Salvation plays quite a decent amount of Kha'Zix. And Susu Singh has picked Lee Sin. Susu Singh. Susu Singh. Oh my goodness, these names. Picks Lee Sin into that Kha'Zix. That could be a hype matchup Lee Sin definitely has the ability to outplay Kha'Zix with 2 abilities of his, Q and E. With the ability to reveal Kha'Zix while he's invisible, but Kha'Zix also has a little bit more to work with without having to try hard, to be quite honest. I'd try as hard, but we'll see what happens. We did, of course, see the Alistar picked up, and Lucian. I personally have not seen too much Lucian. Surprised, I could assume that's a mid lane Lucian. 80 carry in the mid lane meme or whatever, but I can't see him going ADC. But I'm very surprised they did not pick Azir. Unless Azir did get nerfed and I missed it because I don't keep up with this at times when I'm on vacation. But Azir's a very strong pick. And General Wally's played quite a bit of Azir. Anyways, we were talking about the Riven pick. Router Smiter plays Riven as his main primarily, well, that and Renekton. But he's played a lot of Riven in the preseason. Definitely a wise choice to take him out of that comfort zone. Would not be surprised to see a Renekton ban as well out of Gator Gaming to force Router Smiter on something he is not as comfortable on. And there is that Azir ban. Like, maybe they have a grander strategy on the side of Gator Gaming. But I really would have liked to have seen Wally's Azir. And no, do not ban Renekton. More want to get the Orianna out of the way. Prevent some of that wombo combo with the Alistar headbutt pulverize into the Shockwave, into the bullet time with a kick somewhere, and it could be naughty. So, smart. An okay ban, but it would have been more interesting to see Router Smiter out of his comfort zone. So let's see, what does Kenzoku Spartan pick up? And this could be a mid laner or an ADC here. As, Lucian could go either or. 1 second left. Kled! He's getting second in Kled for Seedend. That's gonna, and what does Router Smiter have in store? Like, I don't know too much about the Kled Renekton matchup. Oh, goes Malphite instead. So, halfway conceding that lane, but as you can tell from this composition they're constructing on the blue side here for Breez Beta Red, they're going full wombo combo. Lee Sin, Alistar, Malphite into that bullet time. It's gonna be, when they land that, their team fights are gonna be sick. And a Malzahar had some more pick potential, but his wombo combo isn't that strong. It's gonna, their team fight in a way is gonna be based around getting Misfortune, the perfect setup for the bullet time, and Malzahar basically ulting Kha'Zix or Kled to keep them off his AD carry. And then of course he can do damage throughout that. And Karma mid? So Karma mid to 2 supports on this Lucian ADC, putting all their money in the Kenzoku Spartan basket is what it looks like right now. So this will be interesting team fights because I think unless they can land the CC perfectly, Breez Beta Red could have a bit of a hard time finding the wombo they want against the team that is constructed by Gator Gaming. Kled gets a little bit of mobility. Kha'Zix can jump out. Karma has the shield, the Mantra E. Lucian can dash out. Thresh has some mobility, so it's going to be really difficult to necessarily get that clump up because it's a decently mobile team on the side of Breez Beta Red, but I don't necessarily know what the goal of this team is in terms of construction. You have Kha'Zix and Kled to go in on the backline, disrupt things, some pick potential. You got Lucian. It just feels more like a win lane, win game almost, where there is some cohesion on the composition side from Breez Beta Red, as they, clearly they're looking to team fight. Get something mid that's going to be able to be functioning and just a strong mid laner that won't lose lane that easily and play around the bullet time. So I'm excited to see how this goes because Salvation could pop off on Kha'Zix, at which point all that CC from Alistar specifically will be to keep him off Misfortune, and that's one engage tool off of the Lucian and Kled that could be running Havoc, or vice versa. Kled can pop off, Alistar has to use his cooldowns on him, and now Salvation and Kenzoku Spartan has an opening. And General Wally will definitely be able to keep everyone alive pretty well. So it's going to be interesting team fights. Laning, it's going to really come down to Salvation and Susu Singe and how they handle this laning phase. Lucian could definitely bully out Misfortune, but Misfortune's no slouch in the laning phase as well. Basically, serrated Dirk and a double up, and you really feel the pain. So, yeah. That's enough talking from me. How are you all doing this evening? I got 2 minutes to wait here. Just hanging out, just you and me, chat. Just you and me. This wonderful Sunday evening. Christmas is in a week from tomorrow. Hanukkah's going strong. Any expectations? Expectations. It's a weird way to spell expectations. Honestly, my expectations for this match, this game specifically, I think it's gonna come down. If they're even, I can see team fights going either way. Team fight strength's definitely on blue side. Breez beta red. They definitely have a big team fight advantage in wombo combo that's really easy to pull off. However, they could be put behind. They're basically operating around Misfortune, because if Malzahar just fine, Malzahar is going to do damage, but if Misfortune's not ahead, then it becomes really easy for this Kha'Zix Kled to know who they're going to tunnel in on and just pop off the face of the earth, because if Misfortune gets behind and does no damage, that's the entire composition built around her staying alive. So they got to get Kiona alive. Keep him alive. Him or her alive. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, so here we are. Loading into game one, boys and girls. Oh no, my overlay! Ah! Who got the best bot lane though? I can see that going either way. I don't know too much matchup wise, but I'm a jungle main and support main, but mainly jungle. I could see it being more of a skill matchup. Both, if they know the matchup well, they're going to be able to know the timings and how to play around the, you know, what the other support's looking to do at any given point in time. Alright, so here we are in game, boys. Let's do it. Getting us some hot and steamy Phoenix League actions for your eyes and ear holes tonight. This is what I live for. I think I have casted, you know, not looking back on my history of doing these, I think I have solo casted about as many games as I have duo casted. All right, so here our pings going out. There's a defensive line of scrimmage. Lee Sin going mid. Bold move. Kiona just having a ball here. Let's see what's going on throughout the map. See here. There we go. Got to get my buttons. Holy moly, I am pressed. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right, so pings are out. Calling out the jungle start. Lee Sin going to be starting Raptors, it appears. We look at Router Smiter heading up to the top lane. Kiona just hanging out here. Beautiful stuff. Exciting level 1 action, if I say so myself. I wonder what that ping's about. But anyways, here we are. Yeah. Get him. Get him. Mess him up. Get that red buff. Yeah. Sure, this is our Q. Not too bad. All right. So we begin. Ooh, decides to use his first E, what is that, Malefic Visions on General Wally, as opposed to trying to push the wave in. Spook him. But it is the most important lane to watch here. Never necessarily that mid. Oh, and there's that damage from the double up we're talking about. But the lane we want to really keep our eyes on is the one with the primary damage sources for both teams, Kiona and Kenzoku Spartan. How this bot lane goes can tell us very much about the look of the rest of this game. And there's the first level 2. I mean, that double up is spooky, and now El Mammon just has to sit there. I'm going to headbutt pole you. Nothing you can do about it. It's my El Mammon impersonation. He has a gravelly voice cowboy, in case you're wondering. All right, so if we look here, we got some action coming up in the jungle. Oh, Susu Singe does not know where Kha'Zix is, going in for General Wally. No, decides against it. But, come on. There we are. Kha'Zix Salvation also looking for it. Sorry, had a bit of technical difficulties as my... Oh, here we go. There's the first Q. Why can't I remember what the name of that ability is? His bot lane. Lucian getting outranged. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Like I said, I didn't have that most matchup knowledge, but it does not surprise me. Lucian getting outranged and bopped here. Lee Sin did gank mid. Nothing much happened of it. But Lucian getting outranged by the Make It Rain from Misfortune.
For sure.
Oh my goodness. The solo cast is over. Hello, Hipster Dragon.
How's it going? I just got into Spectate via the op.gg.
Oh! El Mammon goes in with the headbutt pull, but no follow-up was able to complete good play to prevent the stun. But it looks as though Gremmy and Kenzoku are going to have a bit of an adventure tonight. Ooh! Get him, C-Dan. Yeah! Oh wait, that's a Malphite.
Spicy Kled damage coming through.
Well, the spiciness is this bot lane, as both teams have constructed around them. What do you think of this Lucian pick? Especially with the Karma mid to kind of... Oh! Press the attack on this Kled. Router Smiter does burn flash. Kled's going in. Hits the Q. Bull bear trap on his rope. Gets the first blood.
I like it. I like it a lot.
What I like to see.
I think Lucian's a really rough pick in the bot lane unless you're doing it for counter pick. Way back when in 2015, 2014, when he was picked, it was because he had the ability to just oppress other laners.
I mean, he still does. Well, he did. He's done that. He had that this season just in the mid lane.
So much now, and he doesn't have the same kind of just auto Q, auto.
Yeah.
Auto ability to just instantly out damage other laners, and we're really seeing that penalty come into play here.
Uh-oh, we got a DC. Will there be a pause?
Is there gonna pause gonna come through? Interesting. They aren't pausing.
Do they not know? Okay,
there it is.
There it is.
It took them a minute to figure out how it works.
Slash pause. Well, first blood in the top lane, that's fine. Malphite, all Malphite has to be able to do is press R and hopefully not get his stuff shoved in by this Kled, but he's already 2 levels down and appears to be on track to get C-Den's going to be a massive split push threat.
For sure. And he is running that grasp, which we have not seen nearly as much on Malphites recently. We're seeing a lot more of the with Mana Flow Band because Q is basically a guaranteed meteor land and getting
comment.
That extra damage in lane helps him survive quite a bit. So it means that he'll be more tanky. You know, he gets a lot of free tank stats out of it. Mm-hmm. But as you can see there, it means that in lane, he has a much tougher time trading with this press the attack Kled.
Yep. Well, it's the... Oh! Decides... Mammon's the one we want to go for. There is Kha'Zix. The Gremmy just kind of walking in. Mamon just trying to zone them out. Oh! Gets the hook. Flash is available. There's the heal. Flashes up, ignite, burned, does get out. 3 summoner spells off that gank and just an ignite out of the Thresh. I love that. That's the classic. That's the classic. You're not going to look at me as I just walk forward. He doesn't have to use any gap closers. Just walks forward with that lantern out.
For sure. Well, and he did a great like blind hook, not blind, it's not the right word, like a fork hook where he thought he was going to throw it at Alice.
I'm going to have to stop you. Susu Singe going in on C-Den. They are both at least one level down. Is this a fight? He's going for it. He's gonna get him off of Scar, but I don't think so. Look at that damage that's coming out of C-Den. C-Den, you got this. Go in, my friend. Get him. Get him, boy. Changes his mind, goes for route. Oh, there's Scarl.
Yeah, that was just aggressive there into an entire wave of, as Router Smiter isn't even level 6 and has a whole wave of minions crashing in. So it's really unfortunate. I think Router actually lost minions off of that. I don't really like
what's
that.
Definitely needs to be noted. Look at this vision of the bot side jungle for Gator Gaming. They saw Lee Sin top, knew he was gonna leave, wasting his time a little bit, and just lit up the bot side of the jungle and took the red.
Yeah, for sure. Looked like he was trying to like hold a trap down Lee Sin, but abandoned it at the last minute. Head back and get blue instead.
Yep. All right. Well. Exciting stuff. Only 300 gold in the lead, but Malphite will not be able to stop this Kled at this moment in the split push. He's going to need a lot of help. But doesn't necessarily Lee Sin doesn't necessarily need to be helping these other lanes. MF's, CSing fine, not under pressure. We also see in the mid lane Malzahar doing very Malzahar things.
Yeah, and basically, let's see, he's gonna not quite gonna get anything there, but we do know that they don't.
Oh, Alistar goes in, gets the headbutt pull on Grammy, has to get flash. Oh my gosh, that Q almost hit. That was close.
Yeah, I feel like Susing really needs to get levels at this point, right? He's kind of sitting around looking for a ganks, but he's down 2 levels under his solo laner. He's on par with the enemy duo laner.
Oh, Almamon going in, blocking the lantern, forcing the dash out from Kinzoku, but not much more they can do. They got some extra poke there.
Yeah, for sure. It just feels like Lee Sin really needs to get level 6. He needs to get up there, get some base stats, and go for a gank then, because he's not really going to be able to find anything if he just keeps ganking like this. The other thing is that it's kind of just his job in this game to make sure that they go even, right? They don't have to win the lane phase. They just have to go even and not fall behind. And it appears their team fight, mid game, and late game are, I would say, leagues ahead of everyone except for Kha'Zix on the other team.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have this Karma pick, but it's for a Lucian. Oh, there's the first bullet time of the game. Heal is burned. And that's kind of the end of it.
Yeah, ult for the lane pressure. For the style points.
Here we go. Get him, Kled. Get him, boy. Does get the flash.
A bit of a respect flash there. I'm not 100% sure that was necessary, but, better safe than sorry, I suppose. It looked like Kled was going to run right by him anyway, but didn't want to take the chance.
Yep, and I don't think his spell shield was on at that point in time, so he would have definitely, because that could have been easily outplayed if you have Kled run into your spell shield and then just ult him under tower.
Yeah, exactly. But he's, like I said, they don't have to worry about. You just need to make sure they.
You're breaking in and out, dude. I don't know what's going on.
Voila.
Feed your hamsters.
I am back. My hamsters don't need food.
All right, so C-Den, Router Smiter does have that Glacial Shroud and Bammy Cinder, so it's a little harder to hurt this man. Oh, we see here they're getting this, going for this Cloud Drake. They'll definitely get this. Salvation will not want to jump into that.
Yeah, it should be pretty easy to take. It's not a big deal, but they really just want to stack a couple of dragons, because if they do manage to, in the late game, get that Elder, it'll be basically a free win for them if they can just all press R at the same time.
Oh, Router Smiter realizing he can take this fight a little bit. So you didn't realize that too.
Yeah, it feels like C-Den is not quite respecting the
Oh, misses the pull. Oh, there's Scarl.
Yep, there it is. What's interesting about this is that Router Smiter is probably going to upgrade that relatively quickly into a Sunfire Cape, and Sunfire Cape recently got buffed. It does a lot more damage early on. Actually, just does a lot more damage at all stages in the game. It'll make it a lot more difficult for C-Den to duel him in the split push.
Yep. And then we saw there a good respect jump away by Salvation. Saw he was getting collapsed upon. Did not respecting. Was it Nether Grasp?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, but he's gonna get spotted here. Susage going for the kick. Did not kick. Just ward hopped and then E'd. There's the flash headbutt pull. Excellent hook, but it's not enough. Great kick to finish off Salvation. Here's the first TP. Goodbye, Susage. Karma Mantra Q will do that to you. Elmamon frontlining super hard here. The box zoning very well. Everyone just kind of wants to leave it at that. Jungler for jungle. Out and Z we go. Zeden's gonna be engaged on here. No, he's fine. No, he's not. Oh, flash. Nethergrass does flash out. Bullet time. Not enough. Zeden getting out with his life there.
Hashtag just Kled things. Oh, did you ult me? Well, my passive kicked in, so I'm just going to walk right out of it.
Casual. General Wally, first item, Athena's Unholy Grail. So Kazoku's going to be the entirety of the damage here. Does Lucian scale right now?
Well, you know, Kha'Zix is always going to do a decent amount of damage. He's definitely not going to build like Bruisery. So there is going to be that. And being able to shield and heal Kha'Zix while he's in his invis ult is a big deal for sure.
Oh, here we go. There's the engage. Gremmy's going to be stunned. We see up top as Kled's chasing, but we want to watch this. The Sonic Wave does get missed. And, oh, hook lands on Elmamon, but that's not necessarily the one you want to engage hard on.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice because Kiona started that fight at about just slightly less than 50% and had minions at the tower. So going for that fight actually lost her 5 or 6 minions that just died to the tower for pretty much nothing out of the opposition.
Well, they did get all this vision in the bot side jungle for it and a blue buff stolen away from this Karma and the Leothian's Unholy Grail Karma.
Indeed, indeed.
And blue buff did go to Lee Sin. And Elmamon wants to go for a dive. Team decides against it, but this bot tower is definitely the priority right now. They have all this vision control right here in
except for
jungle.
the bush that they keep walking over. So,
oh no! Oh, Elmamon hesitated just a little bit. That'd have been a dead bug.
That buffer trap. He hit W and it wasn't in range, and still hit Q anyway. Unfortunate.
Right idea. Getting that set up. Doing my personal favorite thing on Alistar is what he's doing right now, though. Ward up an enemy quadrant of the jungle, decide it's yours, and annoy your teammates to meet you in there and just kill someone.
Yeah.
Best thing to do as Alistar.
Interesting to see this early game. I feel like it has so much action, but not a whole lot actually happened.
Almost
a lot of attempted plays and not a whole lot happening from there, but it is good to see that Lucian has recovered his lost CS and is starting to pull it back. Even Karma has pulled back some of her missing CS. So I feel like we're going to have to wait for
Salvation and General Wally. There's the Blast Plant. Salvation going in. No, he does get the blue buff, but it is denied as well. The junglers both getting this round of blue buffs.
Yep. So basically what happened with that is that it just didn't go on either mid laner, right?
Yep.
I don't think Wally got it. Yeah, no.
Oh. All right. Not enough people are dying right now. My monkey brain can't handle this.
Just says hi and walks away.
I need more death. I need more blood.
Yeah. They're certainly, you know, setting up to have a lot of action, but then not actually doing a whole lot.
A lot of spoopiness going on.
We do see that. Oh,
there's the Nether Grasp on the Kha'Zix. Kiona's coming in. Jumps out and then flashes as we go to the top lane because I don't know why General Wally looks like he DC'd.
They just wanted to give that to
no, he DC'd, I bet.
Yep. Oh, yep. There it is. There's the DC.
Not much you can do. We'll watch Seeded. Oh, follows the unstoppable force.
Oh, and he's stuck on the terrain.
Oh, and he sticks.
Oh, no.
Can he finish him off? He does have a bit of... Oh, there's the bear trap on a rope. Goodbye, Router Smiter. Hey, we now know what's going on with General Wally. Name says it all. I don't know why they're not pausing, though.
It feels like maybe they just didn't know that they can. They weren't 15 minutes late.
Oh,
right?
okay.
10 minutes late.
I think what they were doing was they're just waiting the death timer out.
Yeah, I suppose. They didn't lose any pause time from their lateness, just some bans. So hopefully we'll get General Wally back in here and ready to go. But it's a pretty even game right now. It's mostly just on whoever wants to make the first move. I think that at the end of it, it's going to be on Gator Gaming to put the pressure on. You know, they're the ones that have a timer. This Alistar is going to get unkillable. This Malphite is going to get unkillable. Malzahar is going to be a monster in the late game, just shredding through their entire front line. And Miss Fortune's ultimate is always going to be relevant. In fact, if she bleeds over into too much gold, she can start going crit and still be incredibly, incredibly strong. Whereas Lucian doesn't quite have as many options. He can go crit, but that shortened range and that the huge Alistar and Malphite that are going to come about in the late game are going to make his life pretty miserable. So they do have the tools, I think, but they need to start making things happen.
How's your day been?
It's going. We are I'm a little tired here today.
Okay, nice.
Oh, no. Interesting.
What?
Gator's coach is sitting in comms with them.
I don't think they knew about that. I'll let you go and take care of that.
Yeah, I'm going to send a quick message to Silent.
I don't think we want to necessarily see this getting resolved on stream, man.
Yeah. I'm just
think of the
gonna
children.
hop into their chat real quick.
So, chat, how are we doing? All 10 of our viewers. Beautiful. Man, I had some delicious ass burritos this morning. But, really feeling it right now. Oh, we have back General Wally. Let's get this show back on the road. More deaths, more deaths, more deaths, more
All right,
deaths,
there we go.
More
No
deaths, more deaths, more deaths.
Team fights, team fights, team fights.
Amen. Interesting boot choice from Miss Fortune. Boots of Swiftness. What do you think?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Boots of Swiftness on Miss Fortune.
I mean, when you look at what the crowd control that they have on the other team, they have what? A bear trap on a rope as a slight displacement, and then Thresh. That's their only hard CC that they have, right? Mm-hmm. So Boots of Swiftness allows her to kind of like keep the distance from the other team. In addition to her strut, right? It just helps her be extra safe. Yep. Do I think it's necessary? No, but I don't think it's necessarily bad either.
Mm-hmm. And we see this bot side pressure. They really want to get this Miss Fortune on the move is what it looks like right now. Also, Mountain Drake up, so setting up vision control for that. 2 pinks in that river. Oh. Oh. Nether Grasp is available.
Yep, it's up, but
there's no
I think they're just trying to pressure for this turret. Yeah.
Yep. And there it is. Lee Sin does get the first turret. Ooh, El Mammon kind of hanging out. That is an ardent sensor of fiends.
He needs to not juke and just walk away. There's not much reason to walk away from in a straight line.
Oh, more action. Nope, but it looks like bot lane. We may see an overstay out from Kiona. Does Gremmy go for it? No. Oh, man, it's a party now. All right, going on Salvation. There's the flash, but no headbutt pulls to follow up. Gets it onto Thresh. The bullet time comes out. Good play, but he is in bigger trouble. Another grasp onto Salvation. Has to get rid of it to go back into the team. They do get a kill onto the Thresh. Bear Trap on a hook misses. Nothing more they can do. Wally is sitting around Dragon. Couldn't get in that fight in time. Has to walk away. And this Mountain Drake Are they going to contest? Ultimates are not available. But they do have Dragon Rage, Dragon's Kick. Shit, I'm bad. And Unstoppable Force. Almamon's looking for it. Kenzoku Spartan.
Yeah, I don't think they should.
Oh no, see Den. Good night, sweet prince. Oh no. Mechanical errors.
Pinging my jungler at that point. That was a very interesting flash. It looked like what happened is that he tried to queue up the kick, but she walked into the brush, and so he lost tracking and ended up just flashing instead.
But yeah, good solid play from
bummer there.
Breez Beta Red. They set up that vision to set up that entire play, forced it bot lane, turned, and then capitalized it, and then you saw CDN get a little. Well, Gator Gaming get a little overzealous to try and contest the dragon, and another kill.
Yeah, we're running into a very familiar problem that happened a little bit earlier today, where Gator Gaming doesn't have a tank. They don't have a true tank. You know, they don't even have two bruisers, really. Thresh does not build super tanky. He has some tank stats, but he's nothing like an Alistar. This might be a pick.
Yeah, it's probably, there's no Unstoppable Force.
Flash.
They do get a flash. Not necessarily a kill, but that is worth, and Lucian's going to get all this farm up here, too.
He is indeed. Also, his walk animation was broken, so that was really funny to watch. Yep, still broken. Look at that.
I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, well, wait till he starts. Look, if you look at his
legs.
That's
beautiful. That's stutter step. That's amazing. Oh, no. Gremmy and Kenzoku. That's a big old cow coming your way. A blind man.
Yeah. Gator Gaming really has to focus on getting picks, right? They've picked a lot of really good things in preseason, but not necessarily a lot of things that work well together. We know that Kled is okay right now. He's got some decent buffs. He's not bad. We know that Kha'Zix is very good. Uh-oh.
Well, this is what we were talking
about. Just can't catch a break, can he? Doesn't matter where he goes. He's just going to get abused.
Well, I mean, that's what we were talking about. That early lead for Kled is so important because they have a constant split push threat. Oh my gosh, Elmamon might be caught. Does use his ultimate super early. Kenzoku Spartan taking half health. Hook goes wide. They're still on this tanky Alistar. There's the bullet time, but they get out. Gremmy will most likely fall here. In fact, does give himself up. Just gets the flay. And he's looking for the Nethergrass. Does get it. Gremmy does fall. There's the Sonic Wave. Ooh, flash auto from Kiona. And that is 2 for nothing. Just that again, the team fighting composition is.
We're just seeing the tanks come through for.
But not even that. There's synergy in the interactions on the side of.
Yeah, I mean for sure. We saw all 4 members of.
I was trying. I had a brain fart.
Yeah, it's all right. We saw all 4 members of Gator standing there, wailing on Alistar, who's in his ultimate, unable to really do anything about it. And then immediately, as soon as Beta Red shows up with more players, they have the tank, the front line to CC people. They have the ability to lay down an area damage, and Gator just doesn't have an answer to it. You know, they don't have anybody that can lock people down. They don't have a Maokai. They don't have a Scion. They don't have anyone who can just help them maintain battle lines, right? And so instead what happens is that Malzahar gets to freely walk up and ult whoever he wants.
Yep, right now there's full river control as well for Breez Beta Red. Oh, yeah. There's the ping. Is he going to get found? Kenzoku Spartan.
Yeah, one thing I will give to Gator Gaming is that they have had excellent vision control this entire game. They've put down some deep wards, they've put down some river wards. But on that, it seems almost like there's a fight happening.
Yep, there's the hook, but I don't know if this is the one you're going to be able to really pick. He does have ult available, and there it is. Here goes, they're looking for the bullet time. Does she get it? They're holding on to it. Heal comes out. Mamon's ult comes out. There's the hook onto MF. They're jumping in. Salvation's the only one that follows up. There's the bullet time, and all 3. And the Nethergrass. A bit of a miscommunication, thinking that Gremmy was going to go in with the follow-up on the hook and flay.
You have to wonder how many times they're going to go in on Alistar before they learn maybe we shouldn't go in on Alistar.
Yeah, well, I felt like they played that well. They did the damage, but walked away when they saw the rest of the team. They knew that what was available. I think what got them is they got the hook on Kiona, and Salvation thought they were going in, but there was no follow-up from Cden or Gremmy998 Bis on that.
Sure, they were able to pull the Alistar ultimate, but I feel like they needed to just move away the moment that happened, right? Because what else were they going to get there? Even getting the hook on a Misfortune was more of a stroke of luck than anything else, right? They got the hook. They could have maybe pulled the trigger and tried to get something there. But even then, with the rotations and how far ahead that bot and mid lane is right now, it doesn't look like you're really going to get anything out of that. What I was saying before is that I feel like Gator has had some really good vision this game. They've been able to put down some wards and get a decent line. You can see right now they have 3 pinks on the field. That's pretty good. But the problem is that they haven't had a good chance, or they've not been creating opportunities around the vision that they've been creating. We saw when they were fighting in the bot lane and lost that initial team fight, they had a bunch of wards in the river, but they didn't have any in lane, so they didn't know who was coming. And same thing for up top. They had a decent amount of wards in their own jungle and down towards mid lane, but none coming in from deep jungle near blue. So again, they didn't know who was coming.
Oh, here it comes. Looking for another pick on the cow, or maybe they're going to go on Susu.
If they're going to make this mistake a third time.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, this time.
He could. Nope, just clearing the ward. Knows that's not necessarily advisable with everyone nearby. So, a lot of action going on across the board. Oh my goodness, that is tragic.
Half health. Goodbye.
No, and Cden still trying to force Router Smiter up, but it's taking a lot longer than it usually does. Meanwhile, in the bot side, we see this Cloud Drake being started up. El Mamon zoning out all of Gator Gaming.
Yeah, good news for Gator. It's just been Cloud so far. There's been that one mountain, but other than that, you know, they haven't needed to worry about losing multiple Infernals to this team that already scales very well. But a 3-Dragon Elder is nothing to mess around with, and they're going to need to get some control sooner rather than later.
Oh, El Mamon is a spooky man. As a spooky cow.
He's their voodoo doll right now. You know, they try to stab him a bunch of times, but end up just stabbing themselves. So really need to find a priority target.
Maybe there's the calling, but gets blocked. Oh, hook lands it on Lee Sin. Does he pull the trigger? No. Oh, El Mamon going in very deep. Their own miscommunication gets Kenzoku Spartan half health. Teleports are coming in. There's the silence from Malzahar. Yeah, you are dead, cow. And all 5 are here. They're wanting to chase. There's the Mantra E. Here's the Kled ultimate. They're going very fast. Holy moly. They might be able to catch up. There's the flash from Zenith. They're going to continue the chase. Cden wants to go on, but get out. That was the right idea there, but good disengage or just run away from Breez Beta Red.
Yeah, it looked like some key miscommunication between Mamon and the rest of his team, or maybe it's just third time's the charm, you know. The rest of his team clearly had the, okay, let's get out of here, Lee Sin's half health mentality of wanting to back up. And he had the, no, let's flash on their back line mentality. So definitely a misplay on that end, but good on Gator Gaming to take advantage of that, push it down and try and get more out of it, because they managed to pull a Malzahar flash out of it as well, which is huge. You know, Malzahar not having flash is a big deal.
Yep, and a mobile mage. Also, Flash Ult is a huge pick engage tool.
Huge pick engage tool. So
granted, they do have Alistar and Malphite as well, so it's not the end of the world there.
Definitely. Good for them to get it started, but, you know, they're going to have to...
Oh, and there we are. Nope, Cden gets his butt out of there. No
Mamon
teleports.
Is just hungry. You know, he just wants it. He wants anything he can get. He's got WQ as a free Twitch reaction on anybody who gets in range.
Yep, like I said, he's playing Alistar the way I like to. Just get a bunch of wards out there and be like, all right, team, time to fight. And here we go, time to fight. I found this Kled here. And Cden just walks away.
Yeah, he didn't get that final proc of I think it's Unshackled Chains. Is that what it's called?
Oh, Susu, he's looking for the engage. Cden's on the backside. What ults are available? Almost all ults are available here. They're chasing down Cden. Getting very low, but then again, it is just Skarl. We're just going to watch this fight going here on the top side between these two tanks.
Yeah, Cden has 30.
Oh, El Mamon caught out again, and they will kill him. Let's see what's going on. Cden, is he still alive? Indeed he is. Doesn't even lose Skarl. Good hook. Has to use Unstoppable Force to get out. He's going to get caught up here unless he flashes. Oh, wait, never mind. That was really weird. Kenzoku Spartan could just dash around, got to take the red buff and follow him away. This could very much be Baron.
Yeah, just some really unfortunate communication coming from
Oh my gosh.
BzBR. Uh-oh.
There's the ward hop's gone. Does he have flash? Flash is available. Good kick, but he's going to get hit by the W from Karma. Has to burn his flash to get out. Do they go for Baron or are they going to go for this mid tower? They decide to go for the mid tower. There's probably enough wave clear on the side of Malzahar and MF to hold the fort, but one hook from Gremmy, and that's it. They know this and they respect it. They're playing around it there. Oh, doesn't get it, but they do get the tower.
Yeah, you see BzBR is just trying to push in a couple things too many during this fight. We see them moving in and trying to get these plays to happen, but it's just not working out for him, right? We see Mamone coming from a flank trying to cut somebody off, but again, that vision, this ward that's over by Raptors was not there, was not in the place they needed it to be. They were chasing Kled over around red buff where they had no vision, and they continued to chase through there, right? So
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, both ADCs, Lucian went 2 lethality items before starting up the Black Cleaver. Should have gone Cleaver sooner, staring down the barrel of a Malphite Alistar.
To be honest, I feel like he should have gone for a Blade of the Ruined King Black Cleaver if he's going to play this.
Oh, here we go. Mamon gets 2. That is a massive bullet time combo. The Nethergrass onto Karma is huge. Karma is dead. There's Malphite ulti. Goodbye, Kled. Double kill onto the Misfortune. Gremmy will be next. That's going to be a triple. Oh, heals out there. Oh my goodness, Kiona misstep. She has to burn flash to get out, and it is enough. Salvation is going to need some for himself. Does get away. But great 2 picks there. Good. Like, that was a nasty headbutt pull from Router Smiter to set that whole play up. General Wally had no time to react there with the Nethergrass as well involved.
Yeah, and we're seeing the team comp come into play here. That is the opposite of the kind of fight that Gator Gaming wants to take.
Is he going
to
do it?
Want to fight.
Does he have it? Oh, I thought it was there. Oh my gosh. That was the right timing really too. If they had a ward over that wall, and Gremmy will die here as well. If they had a ward over that wall, they didn't have time for it, but they had a ward, he would have known to be ready for the smite as soon as he walked in.
For sure, and that was something that they needed to pay attention to. But even then, it's always really hard to steal from a Lee Sin, right? Like that Q execute.
Oh, the flash, Nethergrass. Heal and Karma shields might be enough. No, it is not. Goodbye, Lucian. Kled going on Susu Singe here. Cden wants to run rampant on the backline, but he's going to get popped. Scarl is gone. Susu Singe going in. Cden will fall here with the Malefic Visions. No, he does not. Waddles away. I mean,
yeah, I mean it's just
Karma's a full support Karma
team comps, right?
And I don't know. It's just you're right. It's the team comps. Karma's a full support Karma, which I'm just curious. Like, I feel like Kizoku would be able to do so much if he just had a 80 carry that's meant to be played around in the way they have built their composition.
Yeah, if he was on more of a late game 80 carry, something
if he was on
like
Sivir.
Sivir, or even something like a Vayne, right? We've seen a lot of renaissance of Vayne with these huge tanks coming up.
Varus. Oh, here we go. Another fight. Going for the Infernal. Elma Moore. They're looking for it. There's the ultimate from the Malphite. Kha'Zix does get the dragon, but he loses his life for it. Cden is going to try and trade himself out. Nope. Goodbye. Not too much MR, but they do get the dragon. Was that worth it?
I don't think so, because now they've put themselves in a position where if 1 or 2 more people die, they're going to lose the game. This is 31 minutes. This is a 40-second timer on Kled.
Oh, El Mamor.
Longer on.
Mamone, not Mamor. I'm silly.
Definitely. That's an inhib going down. And they're just going to play it safe, rotate, get some more towers. But
probably be a 3-tower, 10k gold lead here in a second.
Yeah, it's rough to say. I mean, they needed to get something, and going for that dragon was the best thing that they could have done in this situation. But at this point, they just don't have many tools available to do anything about this.
The okie doke. Oh, Mamone does catch Gremmy, and goodbye Thresh. Misfortune is godlike. Mamone's looking for more. You know, he's been a little overzealous, but his aggressiveness has really snowballed this game for them, and he's wanting more. He's fishing. Unstoppable Force is available. And Nexus turret is down. Gator Gaming has to do something at this point before they lose the base. Two-man knock up, but he's all alone and will fall. Goodbye, Kha'Zix does live there. Here's the Kled ult, goes in onto Malphite. Malphite still has ulti. Does get onto Keonu. And MF is down. MF is down. They're going in even further. Lee Sin is deep. C-Dens is deeper though. Router Smiter will fall. This Kled is going ham. This Kled is going to die.
Oh,
Spark. Oh, and the Nether Grasp comes up. Kled.
Oh man, see, that looked initially like it was a bit of a desperate play coming from Gator Gaming, but he managed to get that really clutch bear trap right onto Misfortune to secure the kill, getting them a little bit of much needed shutdown gold back into their pockets. But again, it just felt like maybe Mammon was feeling himself a little bit, wanted to jump in there and just...
I mean, this game has had a lot of miscommunications
all they had to do was wait.
In different ways as well. We saw it with the Thresh Hook on MF where Salvation went hard. You see Mammon going in super hard quite often. And then General Wally just now, maybe it was a DC again on his in-laws internet. General Wally... kind of stayed back with the minions instead of following Lucian and Kled up in that fight there.
For sure. Well, and you also have to wonder, if you take a look at the characters that are building tanky on the side of Breez Beta, right? You have Alistar, you have Malphite, you have Lee Sin, all armor. The only magic resist on the entire team is Alistar with a locket.
And there's no magic damage.
And there's no magic damage because Karma built full support as the only AP threat on the team. And I think I was fine with the Athenes. It makes a lot of sense with Karma's kit. Yeah. She can put a lot of big shields out.
And just go Morello or something.
When your team has no magic damage, just makes the team with the tanks have an even easier time itemizing it.
Could you imagine this Karma went Athenes into Leandries with these builds?
Right, Athenes into Leandries and then Rabadons. She'd be doing some massive damage. She could half health Fortune with a good empowered Q, right? She would also survive a little bit better with an empowered W. She just doesn't have any of the tools to really be useful at this moment. She has a ardent sensor for the one person on their team who really abuses attacks.
Yep, it's interesting to watch too because it's like it feels like Gator Gaming has capitalized on the overzealousness of El Mamon and Susu at times. In fact, very much they've capitalized on their overzealousness. They just they lose the fights because they just don't have the damage from their composition and their builds.
Yeah, they don't have the tools. And something I was saying earlier when you were asking about Lucian's build, I feel like if you're the only damage threat on a team like this, right, you have Kha'Zix and that's about it. A little bit coming from Kled that falls off really hard. You need to go for the Bork build. Bork, Black Cleaver, Last Whisper, because that's how you're going to deal consistent damage to these massive tanks.
Oh, does Lee Sin go for it? Oh, what an unstoppable force! There's the combo. There's the game won. Pretty much, unless we see some miracle stuff from C-Den, we will not. Kazoku Sartan's all alone with no Nexus turrets, no base to speak of. He's just backing. That's gonna be.
Goes in. He says, "Hey guys, my R button is available. If we all hit R, I think this game is over." And
there it is.
You a victory here in game one.
Game one going the way of Breez Beta Red. Woo.
For sure.
I don't know. Like I said, it feels like Gator Gaming has the skill to play in this game, play in this series for sure. And they were making the plays that just the composition worked against the plays they were making.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think that there was definitely an option for them to make this game work for them. But they had to, like we said in the very beginning, they needed to make early strides and really put the pressure on, force Breez Beta Red to sit on the back foot and be unable to react to them for fear of getting shut down. But because of their composition, all it took was Beta Red waiting out a few minutes till they got a couple of items and then just rolling the steamroller through. We saw even when they lost team fights from overextending or just taking bad fights and getting picked off, they had all of the waves shoved. They had vision. They had so much in the bank that the most Gator Gaming was able to take off of them was another tower. So we need to see them I want to see them go for more than a single threat comp, or if they go for a single threat comp like this, pick something that can really pop off and carry even from behind. Something like a Twitch, something like a
Sivir,
Varus,
something like Vayne, something like
I mean
Varus.
Varus, even something that we haven't seen a whole lot in this preseason, like a Kog'Maw would have been better there than what they were going for, right?
Well, enough on that. Let's look at next game. I should receive an invite soon.
Yep. Don't forget to tell them to give me some space as I try to slide on in.
Oh, my goodness. In case you don't know, this is Phoenix League's tournament Discord. We do just kind of competitive stuff for funsies before Clash kills us all. And then this is the Pearl League, kind of our lower Challenger Series division, trying to get in the Onyx League because, I don't know, Onyx sounded cooler. And then I'm Syracuse. This is Hipster Dragon. Yeah. Welcome.
Welcome.
I'm going to put on some hype music.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's pretty quality this evening. It's been good so far.
Oh, has it? It hasn't been just like absolute trash like it normally is?
No, you just need to listen. You'll find out. It's been good shit. Yeah. Good-ish.
You know what? I'm going to do you a favor. I'm not going to listen. I'm just going to assume that it's great, and then that way we can all
no, this is,
you know?
It's a new theme this evening for my music.
Uh-huh.
No, just tune in, man. I need your opinion. NyQuil. Oh my goodness. Then you never had a childhood because you clearly did not watch the Superman movies growing up.
For sure.
Can you imagine
this
not?
Game, man?
I don't know. I mean, General Wally may be dealing with some connection issues. Figure out what's going on. I wonder if they're in picked bands and we're just like, help.
That would be quite unfortunate. I can pull up one of these OP.GGs I pulled up to watch it last time.
Imagine saying Superman is not hype. Get out.
Yeah, imagine that. Who would ever?
There was a time when the DC movies were amazing. I lived for that time. Because I figured out the Marvel formula at about Iron Man 2 and realized they were all the same and got bored. Oh, yeah, there's the invite. Did you get invited?
No, they didn't even know I was there. I did the OP.GG spectate, my man.
You're just unwanted individual. You should be invited. Did it invite you?
Yeah. It did. There we go.
This is actually a decent 8-bit rendition, a chiptune rendition of the Superman theme. Real talk though?
Okay, I turned on the stream's volume for like 10 seconds and I immediately turned it off. I'm gonna have to go with that's a negatory Ghost Rider on your hype sound.
Yo,
gonna give you a little
Superman
bit of
theme's amazing.
Yeah,
showing our age. I'm 25.
Superman for Commodore 64.
Okay, no, these are with an NES sound chip.
I'm sorry, I said Commodore 64. I meant Nintendo 64. That's what that reminds me.
I don't even know, like, is it possible to have had a childhood and not?
No, I was going to say you have to have sex to have a child, so clearly you don't have one.
I don't know, it's just, I don't know, I watched Superman growing up, Richard Donner's Superman's growing up. I watched the old Batman's. But then again, my dad's a huge comic book collector. He has over 40,000 comics, and it's great. Kids out, too.
Yeah, I definitely did not have that childhood.
I learned how to read, so I could read my dad's comics and play Pokemon. Yo, get the fuck out, NyQuil. Richard Donner's Supermans are amazing.
I just feel like Superman's a boring character. I feel
He
like there's
kind of,
a way.
yeah, no, it's because it's like imagine the character, imagine One Punch Man, except it wasn't a joke.
Yeah, right. Like that's the whole thing. Is that
Yeah, and some of the best
weak
Superman
to-
stories are more about like, because I think it's good to have him, but a good Superman story isn't necessarily centered around him or a challenge that he can't quite meet. It's about his like interactions and trying to also live this normal life while being freaking Superman. Like those are where the best.
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
where the best
I feel
Superman
like
stories
the,
are. It's like where he balances between Superman and Clark Kent, not just focusing on Superman.
I don't know. I feel like the appropriate way to do a Superman story is either you make it a joke, One Punch Man, Deadpool, or you run Wolverine. I think that's the better way to do a Superman story.
Dude, I don't know. You need to read some of Grant Morrison's Superman stuff. Like All-Star Superman is awesome.
I can't. He's too perfect. That's my biggest
no. Like
problem,
you need to read some Grant Morrison
have
Superman
character
stuff.
Flaws. It's not a matter of he has issues to deal with. There are some things that as Clark Kent he has problems to deal with. But his character is perfect, and I get it because they want to try to make they want to make him a symbol like this.
Here's the other thing though. Here's the other thing you got to think about. Is Superman really a character for you or me, or is he a character for
boring?
I don't know. I grew up on DC Silver Age and comics and like what they did back when Grant Morrison was running Justice League and all that stuff. Mark Waid was around and like it was super fun.
I think Superman as a supporting cast is perfectly fine. When Superman is not like main story or isn't the most important person in the room, I think it's a perfectly fine story.
No, and that's usually like what they do. But anyways, I don't know. It's like I could like Death of Superman was actually really well written, but that was like early 90s or late 80s. I can't remember when that happened.
My favorite storyline involving Superman was the original Justice video game. That was my favorite storyline involving Superman.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. The only reason I scoff at that is because they were just taking, and it's okay to like that and okay to appreciate that, especially if it's your first time interacting with a storyline like that. But Injustice took literally like what is essentially a cliche in comic books.
I mean, I know it's a cliche, but that's the whole thing is that it was the only time I've ever been interested in Superman.
Yeah,
when he was the bad guy.
Because then you might like Red Sun, which is a graphic novel where they were like, well, what if Superman landed in Soviet Russia?
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a really good one. There's a lot of alternate ones where it's like, all right, well, what if Superman landed here? A lot of stuff like that. And I know Dark Knight, the Frank Miller's Dark Knight and Dark Knight Returns.
You need to tell them that we're ready, my man.
Takes place in a world where it's like Superman got a little overzealous. So there's a lot. There's a lot of good stuff that approaches that Dark Superman. The whole alternate universe where there's a Superman goes off the deep end is something that's been explored quite extensively in the character's history. So definitely look it up.
Strongly considered.
Anyways, time for some more hype music.
Right. All right. Now I'm looking to see Gator pick something a little more well-rounded. Not so focused on picks, not so focused on just throwing out 80 damage. So hopefully we do get to see that. We won't be stuck here. Nyquil's over here trying to start some shit. Calm down. Conversation's over.
No, Nyquil's just trying to trash my childhood.
Yeah. It's his job.
It's one of those where it's like, I don't know, I could talk about this all day though, just because it's like I grew up reading my dad's multitude of comics. So it's like I have a pretty in-depth knowledge of DC stuff. I never really could get into Marvel. It was all too grimdark.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I also could never buy Everyone Being in New York.
Like 99% of what I read was Spider-Man.
Yeah, I never really got, like, my first comic I really got into was Daredevil, but I bought it at DC because I was just like, this shit's good. I don't know, just happy and more positive, and I liked it.
And then you watched the new Daredevil series, and they did the opposite. Well, we do have some interesting bans coming out here. That is an Ornn, Zir, Vel'Koz, definitely targeting Wally and pulling out that really strong Ornn. As well as we see Kassadin, who's really strong right now, and they definitely don't want to have to deal with Misfortune anymore after pulling out Nami. A first pick Tom Kench, though. That's a little interesting. And there's that Karma again immediately. Karma, Lee Sin.
But this time on the other side.
On the other side. Well, and it is important to point out that they are, well, I mean, see what he, we don't need to talk about what he's hovering since he hasn't locked it yet. They are taking this Karma, and Karma into Tom Kench is actually a pretty good matchup. So
and there is Lee Sin once again for Susu.
It's hard to ask moderators to take care of Nyquil.
Hey, I thought we're supposed to talk about the game, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
All right, that's a Sejuani lock-in and Lee Sin. I think Sejuani is one of my favorite picks into Lee Sin because Lee Sin just can't really do anything about Sejuani. After about 5 to 6 minutes, Lee Sin's just useless, right? But we'll see how well that goes. Oh, and Tristana. All right, I like
now that's the other one we forgot to talk about. Like Tristana.
Well, I don't necessarily like Tristana in the current meta, but it is a hyper carry that is better than Lucian at carrying a game. That's for sure. I think Tristana benefited more than almost any other carry from the broken Ardent Sensor, and certainly lost a lot of her power after that's gone. And Callista comes in on the other side. Interesting. We've seen Callista used to some great effect over in Korea and even a little bit in China. It's just a really strong lane pick with press the attack. You get those 3 autos off and build up a bunch of rend, pulling out your rend during the true damage bonus. It's incredibly strong and difficult to deal with. We do see some more target bans at General Wally pulling out that Zoe. Gonna be honest, as a little bit of an unfair advantage, I feel like they weren't going to play Zoe anyway if Wally's having some lag issues, but definitely just giving him the respect, making sure that they don't have to go up against it. See what they ban on the other side here. It is important to note that they did actually get all of their bans this time. They didn't have to worry about their late penalties, so hopefully that helps them.
Oh, is that why they had troll bans?
Yeah, they were 10 minutes late. Just for anybody who doesn't know, the new Season 4 rules, if you are 10 minutes late, you will lose your first round of bans. We had a lot of issues with games starting late, people not making it on time, so we cracked down a little bit on that. Yeah. We do see another Orianna ban coming through.
Let me talk.
Sorry, go ahead.
How you doing, man? Malphite taken away. Don't want to deal with that again, but I was talking with chat last game. Router Smiter is a Renekton main, so maybe we'll see that. No, don't do Maokai. That's too useful. Less fun.
Yeah, looks like they're going for that kind of death ball comp again. Pulling out the Callista, Karma, and Maokai. Really getting some really strong team fight. I'd like to see them pick up something like Camille.
What do we think about the Camille pick here?
It feels like Seedend just doesn't want to play a tank. And probably doesn't play much of the meta carries, because I would have loved to see a Jace here. Talia is pretty good. I like a Talia pick. I think this is a solid addition to what they have.
Just take that party down bot and get Tristana ahead.
Exactly. But I would have really liked to see a Jace up top here. Jace really brings some ranged poke into this short range composition coming out of Beta Red.
What do we think about this Vlad pick?
I think Vlad, it rounds out what they have so far. They've got a decent death ball comp. With the exception of Tristana, everybody else has to get into their face, right? Has a lot of long range engage. So Vlad's gonna be able to reduce their stickiness quite a bit. You know, he can pull the Sejuani ultimate, he can pull the Camille stun, he can pull the Talia shove. But The biggest thing that I'm seeing lacking on the side of Breez that is definitely available on the side of Gator Gaming is easy and efficient wave clear. Uh-oh. Did Wally lag out? Not trading.
Man. In-laws, internet.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. Calling that in.
Oh, baby.
But...
Oh, wait. Wally's not the one who dodged.
Well, of course, because he's the one that lagged.
Well, I mean, not Wally, but like, I'm surprised to see someone from Breez, or are they just nice guys?
Maybe. Not too sure. We will see how it goes in a minute. Although I have to say, if we're going to talk about it, I like Beta Red's composition a whole lot more. They have more ways to win the game. They have actual team fight power. So they have the ability to kind of push this through and really give themselves the ability to win the game.
And on the flip side, even though Beta Red's comp did look a little stronger, it feels like Gator Gaming has identified how they want to play with that split push top and more of a pick style. But they definitely have given themselves the tools to execute on that this time. Whereas last game, their composition didn't quite give them the follow-up damage for those picks.
Indeed. And it is important to note that now when Seedend tries to split push, he doesn't have to worry about his team just getting engaged on, right? He was the main engage, and he was the only front line they had last game. So if he tried to split push, then, the Maokai and the Alistar just hit the go button and obliterate their team. So, we do see them just banning whatever. They are
spell
just
out my name.
The same things, obviously.
They're not going to spell my name out. That's a tragedy.
Of course they're not. Your name is Santa. Why? How would they do Santa?
I swear. That needs to be changed.
Oh, I'm sorry. It does?
Yes.
What about it needs to be changed?
The Santa needs to be SERA.
That's not Santa, though. All right. I'm surprised that they're not just picking straight down, but they are picking some stuff, I guess. And going through the motions. Yep. See, A-M. That's boring. They're all just banning A's. That's lame. Lame. Well,
flame is lame, hipster.
Well, all I do is flame. Sorry. Anyway.
And they say I'm freak. Tilted?
That's not, I guess it was kind of
I'm tilted.
Uh-oh. There's the troll pick.
Nah, these are classy people.
All right.
Of
Hopefully
high
all these
caliber.
trades go through as well. It's interesting when they don't just pick straight down when they do these remakes, because if they had a problem lagging out for a trade before, you'd think that they wouldn't put themselves in a situation to have that issue again. But yeah,
we'll
worked
see
out.
What
They matched their picks.
happens.
Hopefully they kind of swap
I
around
don't
and
see
keep
any
it.
trades.
I know, right? They're trying to pull our chain. They're just waiting for us to realize that they're going to try to run this Vlad jungle and then begin to panic.
Trolling me, General Wally. Oh, wait. We've been bamboozled. Look at the order. They're not in LCS order.
Oh, they're not even in LCS order.
No!
Oh my gosh. We got completely bamboozled. They're not even in the right order. Oh my goodness. Well,
it's okay. I can fix that in game.
Not the right thing that they're supposed to do, but we'll see if admins have grace on them for breaking the rules. I'm casting, so it's not my ballpark.
I'm honestly I think they just weren't thinking.
Yeah, as well. That's clear.
I implore you to show mercy upon these people. They know not what they do.
Going to implore mercy on their behalf.
They know not what they do.
They know not what they do. Yes, you were right. But I do like
Lady Goodbye.
I think that Callista is going to show that she has a lot of power in this bot lane again. And so especially Callista Karma is going to make Tom Kench have the worst day of his life. Grimy is not going to have a great time in this bot lane. And hopefully we'll get to see them perform and pull something out. I would love to see us go to a game 3, but we'll have to wait until the game goes through.
I hate this 3-minute spectator delay so much.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why it's here, but I wish it was a toggle or a slider when you make it, right? Just put it down to a 30-second delay.
No, only they get that power.
Right. Exactly.
We're technically not supposed to exist.
Yeah. I really hope that when you do Clash stuff, I hope that's going to be... I hope you can access Clash games even if you didn't participate in them, right? So, like, if they have the Clash game, I hope I can just, like, type a player up, go to their history, and download their Clash game. That would be great, because that's just, like, free tapes and stuff, and I think
they won't let you do that.
Awesome. I know it's not going to happen. I'm just saying that is what...
Yo, do we still have Corn Dog in this server? Just ask him.
Corn Dog. I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you're really, really busy and you don't stick around in Discord servers very long.
Honestly, same.
Oh, well, we got 20 seconds. What's your crazy guess for this game?
I don't know. I'm too busy listening to an 8-bit version of Dvorak's Ninth Symphony's finale.
Today.
Yeah, you do that, Mr. Analyst. I am merely play-by-play. My small peanut brain cannot comprehend things such as keystones.
Interesting to see this phase rush on Vladimir. I have seen a few different things. I think that's the one I've seen definitely the most so far. I want somebody to try to bring Grasp Vlad into a game. It'd be so bad, but I want to see somebody try it because I think it'd be a really fun thing to notice. But most of the time we end up seeing that they take Unsealed Spellbook, right? You know, your Ignite Flash, you can turn into a Ghost Ignite or a Ghost Flash or a Flash Teleport. Vladimir definitely benefits from a lot of different summoners.
Oh no, not like this.
And also getting them shorter is good. Well, there we go.
Please.
Famous Phoenix pauses.
Why? I didn't ask.
Oh yeah, you have to rearrange your scoreboard. And you know what the worst part is that the side things definitely not going to change. So we are stuck with these side health bars.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that. To be honest.
Yeah, you should just turn them off. Just turn off the blue and red team frames. Who cares?
No, I do what I want. You're not my mom.
Turn it off.
You're not my dad.
Fine.
That's NyQuil.
It's been a long time.
NyQuil's my mother.
I got the cigarettes I told you I was going to get.
What?
I said, son, it's been a long time. I finally got the cigarettes I was going to go get.
Hipster? It sounds like you're pulling too much from your personal history.
Well, you know me.
No.
Anyway,
I don't.
On the other hand, everything else seems pretty
Wait. We have developing news here in this game. Is that a gingerbread minion? Hello?
What do you mean gingerbread?
By Maokai, the top Tribush, go towards red buff. You'll see a gingerbread minion.
That's yeah, in the near the thing. Yeah, okay. Wow. I'm very proud of you.
I'm
Glad
shocked.
this
I
is
am
the thing that
shook.
you've noticed.
I am shook. There's
Well,
a gingerbread minion.
I don't
in
want to
this
freak
game.
you out, but that's been there for a little while.
I've literally played like 3 games in the past month.
I'm so proud of you.
Me too, legit. But anyways, here we are. Blue star for Lee Sin and a blue star for Sejuani. So they're going jungle starting on opposite sides of the map. We'll see how that pans out. Maybe working out for Gator Gaming, as last game showed. This is gonna probably go through the bot lane.
Yeah, and it's also interesting to see that Camille took Meteor with Resolve secondary.
It's coming.
Whatever. It was play tested as Meteor. I don't care. She took Comet and Resolve
Oh, I know
secondary.
what spell that is.
I feel like Precision or Domination would have made a much better secondary if she was going to take Comet. But it's interested to see how that pans out. She also has Gathering Storms. You know, she's wanting to scale up for that late game. Hopefully we'll be able to see it work out. See Maokai just tossing out that typical abuse. It's unfortunate for Camille players. Procs a physical damage shield before Maokai makes their first back. It doesn't really help a whole lot at early levels.
That's so upsetting. Oh, they're going at it. And here's Lee Sin as well. Once a part of this fun, there's the magic shield. Oh,
Oh, landed
take
the
it!
Q, but
You won't!
Maokai doesn't have any mana.
I told him he wouldn't. He's too scared. And if we look at the bot lane, Salvation is rather low, but they could still make a play here, especially with the passive on the Sejuani. Here we go.
They
Going for the
can.
headbutt. Does get it. Gets the flash. Oh, Tom Kench is going
flash.
in as well.
Interesting.
Man, a fish is not the same thing as a cow, Grammy. But yeah, good play, good game coming through. And that's a manaless tree about to get bopped by Seaden. Going in. Nope. It's not enough damage just yet.
Yeah, Maokai has pretty good mana value. Doesn't tend to run out of a whole lot of mana unless you full rotation at level 1 through 3 like he was doing. So definitely going to have to hit that back. It looks like he's going to be able to freely walk back to lane and not miss too much, but he's already down 9 CS for that early aggressive trading.
Oh, we do see Lee Sin wants to come in. Oh, there's the ward hop. Does he land the Sonic Wave? There's no flash on him.
He wants to get, point
Yep,
blank.
there's the slowdown. Red buff's on him. Does have the gray health and gets away.
Yep, pretty even trades all over the map. Seeing it go pretty even. Not too much of a gold lead on either side. Some slight CS leads on the side of Beta for top lane. But then they are also losing it in the jungle a little bit and on lane. So definitely pretty back and forth here.
Oh man, Lee Sin's looking mid, but they know with some pings. Oh, lands the Sonic Wave. And ward hops out.
Just ward hops away.
Well, I mean, you know, it looks silly, but there is definitely something to be said about a gank just to pressure. Just like, hey, I exist. I'm looking at your lane. Fear me. And like have that gank be for just that purpose.
For sure, for sure.
And especially it's like if you time it at a time, it's like, okay, I'm looking here. If we get something, that's great. But if not, like I want to force them. Like if you can come here and just force them away from the wave, they're going to lose like 5 CS because they're going to have to walk away in fear of you.
Yeah, and it's also easy for him to do things like that. Vlad's already shoving in. Bot lane is shoving in. You know, they're just automatically.
You are disappearing on me.
Oh, hello? Am I better now? Or am I staticky?
Oh my gosh. My hotkeys will not work because they're all out of order.
So there's you can easily do that because Vlad is shoving all the way in and bot lane is winning just by nature of being Callista and Karma. Oop, that was a unfortunate
That could have
Q
been
placement.
a little upsetting for poor Gremmin. Gremmin and Bis.
Yeah. And I mean, they did this to themselves. You know, that they wanted this Tom Kench. They thought it was going to be the first pick, no matter what they picked it into. So they could have tried to flex it top, but rather than do that, they left it down bottom. And they're dealing with the easy counter pick and Karma.
Oh man, Genzoku, what? Oh, guys get rooted. There's the ignite coming out. Has to burn flash to live.
Oh, but dead anyway.
First blood on Susu.
Yeah, just not respecting the possible stay from Kiona and Mamon. Mamon?
Yeah, Mamon.
Mamon.
The Mamon. On.
Wanting to just get that extra CS, you know, down in a deficit, wanting to pull back a little bit, got greedy for that last wave, and instead ended up getting killed. Their support was back a ways.
Yeah, well, that's a 1,000 gold lead and an Ocean Drake for Breez Beta Red. So off to quite a good start.
Yeah, it's a pretty good start for them, and it's working out. You know, they're putting the pieces together once again. This is a bit more of a solid gold lead than they had in the first game. The first game, it stayed like within the hundreds for
quite some
all the way
time.
up to 15 minutes. But now they're able to pull themselves out. But the good news for Gator Gaming is that they have tools to come back. You know, they have a team fight team that can do things. They have a Tristana that scales very well. Eventually. She will outscale Callista very easily.
Oh, and Sejuani wants to maybe try and help the bot lane get back into this. Gets pinged away because there's a ward there. The ward in them our hills.
No, there's not, but they think there is, and that's what matters, I guess.
Well, there was one not too long ago right there outside of the Dragon Pit. But Lee Sin's looking mid again. General Wally spots him and walks away.
All right. Now there's definitely a ward there. Sejuani's going for another one. We can see Karma getting a little aggressive. She has burned shield and W.
Oh my goodness, Salvation's very low.
No health.
Tom Kench going in, but what an ult. Good roam from General Wally. They're going to get these 2 kills here. The only question is who are they going to get it on? They're trying to make the handoff.
Donate it over to Tristana.
There's the flash. There's the heals. Oh my gosh, Kiona!
Oh, they gave over a kill. Oh no.
Oh my gosh. And meanwhile, top lane Cden will die to the Susu.
Yeah, that was
It was such a good play, but they, you know, at some point you have to realize, all right, you know what? A kill's a kill.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. They wanted to give it over to Tristana. And they were constantly donating it, but Sejuani didn't quite get the memo. She needed to stick around. They were going to do that, and Callista
flash in from Zenith using the pool. He's going to die here to the tower. Zenith going very greedy, going under tower while pooled, and we see Genzoku Spartan overstaying again. El Mamon, most aggressive support I've seen in a while. Alistar Karma, he does not care. He will initiate.
He does not care. It's an interesting, you know, there's one of those moments where you're fighting someone, you want to press tab and check which summoners they have, right? It feels like Zenith didn't quite do that. He thought he could get in there and all in a Talia with maybe Flash Ghost or a Talia with Flash Exhaust, but didn't quite register that Talia actually had a heal and was able to just walk away from that, letting Zenith kill himself on the tower.
And they're looking to make that play again. Talia
gone down to an 800 gold lead instead of 1,000 plus.
Yep, but Talia doesn't have ult, but Sejuani does. They're going to face check this. Here comes Kiona. There's the seismic shove. There. Oh,
no.
Just out of range. Does dodge the headbutt. Kiona might kite this up. Nope, never mind. Tom Kench, get him, boy. I do declare.
Looks like Beta Red's getting a little aggressive here. You know,
oh my goodness, it's Susu's getting the business a little bit here. Has to use his kick. Wait, what was that damage? Holy cow. Sheen on Cden. He will most likely die here. No, he does get help from General Wally. Good play out of Cden. Salvation on El Mamon's going to get the stun. Good trade of aggro. Did not want to take any extra shots. Kazuki's firing. Watch out! No! No!
Tom Kench, that is when you boot your support player from the team. You know, I have a support player on my team. His name's NyQuil. He does the exact same thing. So I definitely understand the pain that our Tristana is going through at this point. Oh my goodness. Unfortunate. But on the side of Beta Red, you have to question why they are trying so hard for these. They just face checked 2 or 3 Fog of War champions without giving it a moment to check the map, right? So both when Kalista walked up to the bush, they didn't see Talia. They didn't even see more than half the other team, and still walked up to check the bush. Instantly died. Karma does the same thing. She can see 2. She can't see Talia, but she can see Sejuani and just walks up and face checks the bush again. It's
Oh, don't even Callaway. That was a good trade of aggro. The only thing that got messed up was Tahm Kench eating Sejuani instead of Tristana.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a Tahm Kench mistake there.
Oh,
buddy.
wow. Zenith get half health from that combo. But yeah, like, everything else was good. Sejuani didn't want to take any extra shots than she needed, and Tristana knew she had the time in the Tahm Kench.
Tahm Kench just decided, hey, what if I ate the Sejuani instead? But this is a good rotation coming through Gator Gaming. You know, they did have good vision last time, and they are making good use of their lead, or at least their momentum lead. They have about 1,200 gold as well to try and push down some extra towers.
Yeah, and they should be, you know, they know they're comfortable being up there in the top lane, because if you look, they saw Lee Sin bot side, they saw Karma bot side, they know it's just them and Maokai up there.
Indeed, indeed. It's really good to see Talia get this early Morella Nomicon too for Vlad.
Oh, wow.
That's Dragon.
Infernal. That's a second dragon, but they're going to look to make this play towards Rift Herald. Infernal is definitely gone. We'll see if they're going to be able to get Rift Herald and maybe push down some towers mid or top lane.
Yeah, and they kind of knew, they must have known that they were going to give that up. They had sent their duo lane top when it was going to spawn. And so as soon as it gets started, or they think it's getting started, they know that they just have to head over, take the Rift Herald, you know, make their trades when they happen. It is a bit of a bummer as the team that's trying to scale really well to have to give up that info.
Oh, no.
But,
See, oh, no, it's Camille. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going in deep. Here, another aggro trading moment. There's the unstoppable. Oh, man. If he could, that rend was huge, but he just needed to get one more auto.
Indeed, indeed. That's that power of press the attack Kalista that we're talking about. You know, after the press the attack is off, you get this true damage boost on your rend that can be incredibly strong even against the tankiest of characters.
And then, but then, I mean,
Camille
doesn't
by
really
no
matter.
means
They
were
got
the Trinity Force, one of those.
Yeah, they got the top tower. They got tempo, and they probably gonna take this tier 2. Kalista is just now backing and just now got the turret. Nope, never mind. They're backing off. They don't know where anyone is.
Yeah, they do have pressure on the mid tower. Talia's gonna shoot her little ice rocks at it. Hopefully take it down here in a moment. They would love to have these first 3.
Proto Belt saves the day. Oh man, it's so slow.
So close, but you know they know they can take their time. Tristana has the range advantage on all of the champions side of Breez, Beta Red.
Now if we look, if we were to look at item builds, Kalista has finished Bork. Tristana, I'd have to expect to be getting IE any second now. Well, no, she didn't win Zeal
after
on BF.
1,800 gold.
But she went beat Zeal instead of right after BF.
For sure. Sure. She's sitting on 1,800. Definitely going to be able to complete either her static, I was going to say static Shiv, or make some serious headway into her Infinity Edge.
Infedge. All right.
Infedge.
Infedge. All right, now here we are. Siege up top. Lee Sin getting in position to maybe try and make the dive. Salvation knows something fishy is up. Pinging for help. Trying. Tahm Kench could come in and surprise them. She knows there's the headbutt. Gonna lose that tower.
This is a really good macro play by Beta Red, knowing that Gator was going to recall. They're going to get their. Did I swap those? No, I didn't. Okay, yeah. It's hard to tell because everybody's out of order, but knowing the Gator was going to go buy items, they just took advantage of that, took that top lane wave and shoved it down to get the tower for free. So they have managed to tie up 2 of the towers, looking to push in on this mid one to hopefully make it even. Tom just picks Tristana right out of an empowered Karma Q.
That was pretty nice, actually. Ooh, Ceden almost got that on Zeus.
Long range.
That was actually really cool. I did not look like that E hit the wall.
Yep, for sure. That's one of the better things about Camille is that she has this incredibly long range pick potential where she can find somebody at an incredible distance. And if she doesn't auto right away, she can instantly R them as well, making sure that they can't get out until her team catches up to her.
Ooh, speaking of which, she wants to take another shot at this close to. Oh my goodness, that damage. It doesn't look like she even did the damage, but the heal and the press the attack. It's too much for C-Den to take over, and the Bork healing as well.
Yeah, that was
Maokai goes in. There's the eat on the Tristana. Does jump away. Grummy sacrificing his life for the cause. What a hero. But that's 2 misplays now where they lost 2 kills and gonna probably lose the mid lane turret for this.
Yeah, C-Den really thought that he had enough damage to do something about Callista, but that press the attack buff is just so strong, moving through, getting off your 3 autos, hitting Bork immediately afterwards, and then Rend to maximize the burst. And it just wasn't enough. You know, C-Den doesn't have the cooldowns. Managed to get off that initial first burst onto Callista, but when that didn't kill her, she had enough time to kind of kite around in that little arena, heal up, and take her down.
Just, you know, Callista things. Oh! You cheeky bastard, you.
Tristana's like, come back here. I want to shoot a rocket at you. But
alright, well. Things have settled down just a little bit. Only 500 gold separates these 2 teams.
Breez Beta has some good warding coming through. They've got a nice river line to be able to see where the movements of Gator Gaming are. I'd like to see Gator push their vision deeper into one side and set up a siege on a tier 2 if they want to try and take this game a little bit further. But get out of here with that pun, Callaway. Nobody wants to see that disgusting pun. And on the side of Beta Red, I'd like to see them try to get some more picks. That, like I said, they have really good vision here. So if they can take a fight where it's a 5v4 or they can catch somebody out, they'd be looking great for the team fight immediately afterwards.
Let's see what's going on. Maokai does not have teleport. We're setting up for this dragon that comes up in 15 seconds. We're going to probably have a big old fight here. Everyone's grouping up for it. Vision control is definitely in the hands of Gator Gaming. It is only but an Ocean Drake, but does not matter.
They haven't found the one ward that's right there above the speed shrine.
Okay.
Might be enough.
All right, and Dragon is being started. They do have Lee Sin, Q, Callista, Ren, so they're going to have to engage on them.
Dangerous.
All right, there's the Maokai ultimate. Sejuani does hit the tree. Will get rooted. Vlad is looking for an opening. Router Smiter does go in. Tristana gets eaten to safety. Camille's on the back line. Denied the damage for just a little bit. Maybe it's enough. No, it's falling apart. The heals and shields are just too much from the Karma, and they are routed. It is a 4-0, soon to be a 5-0 in favor of, what's the name? Beta Red.
Yeah, Breez Beta Red easily getting the cleanup here. It was just a bad start for Gator Gaming. It looked like they didn't quite want to pull the trigger. They were waiting around for a good opportunity, and by the time they went in, all they got was the tree. In addition, we saw C-Den heavily dive the back line, but he has a Trinity Force and a Tiamat. Does not have anywhere near the survivability to make it work on the back line.
Oh, so Tom Kench is here, and his friend
brought in a Talia.
You know, no biggie. Do save the tower though. So what what if you are Gator Gaming, what are you doing to try and get back into this?
I think they just need to mind their battle lines. They're being abused quite a bit here by a team that shouldn't be able to beat them in a team fight. You have Callista, but Callista's not throwing in an Alistar, not throwing in a Terra. It's throwing in a Karma. So while they have decent slows and they have a couple of good hard CC, all they have really after the initial run through is Maokai, right? After everybody hits R and they survive the initial blow of a team fight, they just have Maokai. So I want to see Gator plan these fights a little bit better. Have Camille peel a bit, kill whoever's on the back line. She doesn't have a problem killing tanks. She does a decent amount of damage to tanks right now, or Lee Sin or whoever goes in. and let Sejuani and Tom Kench really the brunt of the damage instead of Camille. Because if Tristana and Camille get enough time, and even Talia at this point, who is 2-0-2, no bad number, they can win these team fights easily.
Yep, and Tristana still hasn't even finished her Infinity Edge, so she's not even going to be able to put out the damage they need right now either. Baron Vision has been set up with Callista and Infernal. They can take it decently quickly.
And of course, as soon as you mention that, she does immediately go back and finish her Infinity Edge.
Oh, goody. So
but
that's
she would
one
like
item
one more
away.
Zeal item before he feels good about really taking over these team fights.
Yep, just needs that rapid fire cannon.
Indeed, indeed.
Have you ever seen a Tristana go Runians?
So, BzBR doing a good job of denying Vision.
Okay.
Baron bait.
My question
They look like they're just hiding. Yeah, they're just hiding.
Oh, almost got the bait. That could be successful. Good flash in from Zenith. Hits them with the thumbs up. Does the Proto Belt. The ultimate from Maokai does catch Gremmy. Goodbye Salvation. Camille's on the back line doing the best she can. Kick from onto Kenzoku. Camille almost gets Kiona. Tristana can't even finish off Susu. It is another clean 4-0. Kenzoku chasing down Susu. It doesn't matter. The rest of the team is going to Baron. It's a game of cat and mouse here. Susu is going to get out. Again, 4-0. And Breez Beta Red's coordination is just winning them this game at this point after these two team fights.
Yeah, and if you look on the side of Gator Gaming, there's trinkets. And maybe it's just because they feel like they have to scramble for it. But if they had a scanner, another scanner, right, and then there's the blue ward coming through for Talia, they would have had a much easier time doing that. They would have been able to slowly kind of scan.
Another DC!
Indeed. Drop down another blue to be able to check and see. But because they're still sitting on trinkets, two of which from Sejuani, who already has Green Smite anyway, aren't even being used at the moment. It was very difficult for them, and they just had to walk in to check and see if the Baron was there. And at this point, now they are 7,000 gold 7,000 gold deficit at 22 minutes. It's going to be really rough for them to try and pull it back. Interestingly enough, this is the kind of lead that Gator Gaming wanted in the first game to be able to kind of push towards the end, running that single tank composition that we also see coming out of Breez Beta at this point. However, with Maokai, they have much more crowd control and serious initiation, whereas they didn't have anywhere near that coming from the Kha'Zix Kled combo they had before.
Yep. Oh, so, it's a gingerbread Teemo. Man, that sucks. Couldn't it actually be a good champion? All right, well, here we are.
People like things.
Here we are, 23 minutes into the game. As you said, a 6K deficit. Lots of kills in the favor of Breez Beta, even towers. But most importantly, the Baron buff is on their side. We're going to see what they're going to be able to do with that. Kenzoku trying his best to farm up. Cden wanted to stop this Maokai split, but does not quite have the power to do so. And Susu taking control of this jungle. So leaving Salvation not much that he can do. Meanwhile, Hipster Dragon is typing. I don't know to who. Oh, they might get the pick here. Going on to Susu. Susu ward hops out. There's the ultimate from Camille. Oh my goodness, the Lee Sin kicks her out. Good play, good use of the ultimate. Router Smiter is here all on his own. He's almost half health. Never mind, he's incredibly tanky. Karma is here with the shield. Does get the stun off of Camille. The rest of Beta Red does not care. And Router Smiter is going to get out. Lee Sin using the Camille as a way in. Gets the kill. And there's the Vladimir ultimate. Redemption comes out. The double seismic shove is not enough. Kiona going in hard here as we saw Tristana picked up the Maokai on the backside. But it is not enough with that Baron buff. They're going to take down their second tower. 1-for-1. Top laner for top laner. And Gator Gaming trying to come out swinging, but is not able to turn it into something meaningful. Lee Sin does have the Q. No kick available. Almost there off cooldown. Just trying to zone him out. Salvation is now here and is now gone.
Ideally, that would have been an okay trade. 1-for-1. They didn't have to lose the tower. 1-for-1 for them at this point is pretty good, considering what is happening at this point in time, right? Now, it is important to know that while while they have lost a lot of towers, they have not lost any in towers, and they will eventually, hopefully, be able to weather the storm of the Baron buff and go for another day. But they're now going to be down 4 dragons. Really hard to steal that Callista Rend dragon take.
With Elise and
4 dragons, 8,000 gold, and every single lane has a huge lead over, right? This Camille pick has not worked out for them. They have tried to dive in a few times with it, and it has just gotten blown up multiple times. They need to, at this point, let Camille split. She can teleport into team fights, but at this point, having her around to start anything isn't going to help. Just need to get farm on her, get her ahead so that she can duel this Maokai, and she can start trying to put pressure on the map. Because right now, they don't have any way of doing that.
At what item breaking point is Camille going to be able to duel Maokai?
If she gets 2 more items, she can. She's got, if she gets the, well, I guess she's going for a Ravenous, but normally you'd go for a Titanic. If she gets a Ravenous and she gets a another damage item, perhaps a Last Whisper, or she goes for something a little more
there's the engage,
like
twisted advance, and there's the ultimate going onto the Camille. Camille does manage to get out, however. Wave clear patrol.
A little bit early from Router Smiter. His team wasn't quite there to capitalize, but, you know, they have the lead to be able to make those kinds of mistakes.
Yep, Vlad isn't here. They notice that good ult onto Callista does use the QSS to get out. Oh my goodness, that multi-ban Lee Sin kick. The Hextech ultimatum is not enough to stop things. Router Smiter's just too dang tanky. The shields, the heals, they cannot do much here. In Zenith going in, getting vengeance on General Wally for that laning phase, and his vengeance is complete. Kazoku Spartan ultimate buster shot saving him from the last resonating strike to finish the day. But it is 3-0. They are so close every time on Gator Gaming. Maokai back to heal, teleporting back in. This could most likely will be the end of the game unless Salvation and Kenzoku Spartan make something happen.
It's still only 27 minutes into the game. Death timers, and they did have to mow down 2 towers to get through. So it looks like Breez Beta is going to play a little bit safe. They're going to back up and try again on the next run. But, I mean, you still kind of said it anyway. That's an inhib down. They've cracked the base, and they now are mounting a 11,000 gold lead over Gator Gaming. So, going to have to see these Florida State players, see how well they do moving forward.
Wait, Florida State, hello?
Yeah, apparently they're associated with University
of Florida.
Just found that out today. That's why they're Gator Gaming.
University of Florida.
Yeah, University of Florida.
State's different.
Whatever. Doesn't matter to me.
No, like, they'll be salty if they didn't hear about that, because that's a big rivalry.
Is it? Really?
Yeah, Florida State, Florida.
Well, you know, I am sorry for causing that kind of a rivalry. Definitely one.
I mean, one's an SEC school, man. They get super salty.
I mean, look, I grew up on the West Coast. I don't know any of the schools on the East Coast. Give me a break.
I wish I didn't know any of the schools in the SEC. Anyways, here we are. They're going for this weak into bottom turret. Vladimir trying to push out mid as well. He's trying to find. Oh, there's this Sonic Wave hitting. They're just trying to find that one last push, one last team fight to kind of close this game out here.
Yeah, and Breez Beta, they have the kind of lead that means that they can just dive the tower, right? All they have to do is wait for a decent opportunity. You know, they don't even need to wait for the minions to come in from top lane, but they will if they're going to play it safe and do the smart thing. But as soon as they see minions top lane and they see somebody go walk over to take care of that wave, they can just instantly go. You know, they have that 10,000 gold lead that's going to let them push in and take this over.
Yeah, now, Tristana does have her 3rd item. But no armor pen as of yet, but she's going to actually start being definitely a threat. Oh, Lee Sin hit the Q. He goes in. He's looking for the kick. Does get the kick. Oh my gosh, Tom Kench saving the day on Kenzoku Spartan, but it's not enough to save the tower. Hextech ultimate comes out. QS still somehow lives. This QSS and the shields from this Karma pick are just too much. So many times as Gremmy will fall. Valiantly saved the Tristana, but it is not enough. If Zenith is going to die here on the back end, they turn onto the inhibitor. Lee Sin and Vladimir are out. They might be able to turn this around and get even more. There's that crit. Salvation looking for a follow-up from that headbutt. They might even manage to save the inhib. Kiona wants this inhibitor. Being very, doesn't get the seismic shove. He goes in, does not land the head, but Randuin's does slow him down, and Kiona will die for that. Tristana going in even deeper, but the Mantra Q is enough to stop her. El Mamon might die here anyways with Talia coming on through. Doesn't hit the seismic shove. Gets him with another rock. She threw another rock and got the kill.
Yep, they did manage to barely shove out.
And we're rushing towards Baron. Router Smiter's out here all on his own. There's a seismic shove. He's not going to be able to survive. Maybe he is. He almost got a kill on General Wally, but flashes straight into it. Tristana's loving arms. And we'll fall here. That does delay the Baron take. No, they're going to panic and go for this Baron super hardcore right now. Lee Sin is on the periphery. Can go for the smite.
They have a lot of supers in their base.
Talia's going to clear it there. Vladimir and Lee Sin can 2v3 this. Camille's not going to give him the chance. Does have Hex up, old man doesn't get it all the time. No. The smite fails. You have to press R on the Lee Sin a lot sooner, C-Den. Right idea. Double kill onto Vlad. There's the pull. C-Den gets ignited and will fall. A 1v4, 2v4 quadra kill for the Vladimir. It's Zenith. Oh my goodness. Maybe she didn't. Maybe the kick reaction was just too good that he couldn't get the ultimate off in time. I'm gonna go with that reality. I think that's what happened too, actually.
Well, and we said this last game when the Lee Sin was on the other side. It's very because he has execute on his Q, and since instead of body blocking the Q, they decided to go for stopping him on the other side. He was able to sail right across. And even though he didn't get the execute, he was in on the other side. Vlad was there in time as well, and they're able to just take the fight.
Yep. And I mean,
looks like there's not much hope left here for.
But they're going in anyways. The last stand, the ultimate went wide. Here comes teleporting in Maokai. Goodbye, Gremmy. Camille's doing the best she can, but C-Den not very tanky. Who's that rooted? Tristana is rooted. Yeah, that's gonna be game. As they're just trying to get fountain kills, anything they can get. Nope. Classily ending the Nexus, the minions, saving our dignity. GG's. It was close. The early games are pretty interesting between these teams, but Gator Gaming just not able to get the comeback on Breez Beta Red.
Definitely. It is interesting to note that I think with a bit better of a composition on their first game, they definitely could have taken a lot more. I felt like they had the ability to kind of pressure their rivals in multiple sections. We saw that their early game from Gator Gaming was in a good place and did pretty well, but it ultimately had some holes, both in the draft and in the way that they ended up playing it out in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and pull somebody over for an interview. Hello.
What's up, dude?
Hello. You are in game. Which one are you actually? You are Kiona in game. Awesome. So you were playing this game. You had Callista, and last game you were playing
MF.
MF. That's right. Yeah, a couple of really good games for you. You guys were feeling a little bit of pressure in the bot lane this game, though. Definitely didn't start out fantastic. Fred, do you have any questions for them? I want to toss it over to you really fast. I'm sorry, Sarah Cruz.
No, that's not my name. Why'd you call me Fred? Are you doing the thing that Illegal Jesus does?
No, where I call him Alice, it's the same thing. I call Illegal Jesus Alice all the time. Your name is Fred for today. Anyway, Santa.
Wait, real talk. Wait. What are you saying? You saying I'm freaking fat like Flintstone or something? The Santa shit. Now you're saying I'm Fred Flintstone?
Focus, Santa.
Dude,
oh my god. I'm being fat shamed on stream right now. I'll have you know this will not stand.
Dude, it's okay, man. You're beautiful just the way you are.
See, Kiona, can I be on your team?
Don't enable
Bamboozle
him,
is just too hateful a place.
On my team.
Anyways, you going into game 2, you guys kind of shifted your composition around while not changing things at all. But Mamone being off that heavy engaged champion, and he was definitely the one looking for all the fights in the first game. Was there any shift in mentality you had or approach you had to do?
Not really, because I have Fate's Call, so I can really ultimate to engage if I really needed to. And I mean, Susu on Lee is like dank as fuck, so he can engage whenever. Same with that Maokai, flash W someone, easy peasy, free kill.
Yep. All right.
Definitely. And when we saw you guys kind of pull together really well, in kind of the mid game going into the late game, one really decisive team fight around Dragon here. Tell me kind of what comms were. We saw you guys taking, I think it was the Infernal Dragon, or it was the second Ocean Dragon, and Gator was clumping up on the bottom side, preparing to go in. And Camille was hard on trying to go for you for most of this game. What were comms like during that team fight?
I mean, the Camille was pretty bad, so I just like solo killed him whenever he tried to kill me. And I told my team to do whatever, just kill them, run at them. Pretty much how comms were. I was like, go, we can fight, run at them. And we did, and we won.
All right, excellent. Well, do you have any other questions for him, Sarah?
No, that's it. Thank you for coming in and joining us. Thank you for the games. GG's to all. Dude. I think that's going to be it for us today, Dragon.
Yeah, I think so. Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you all for joining us. Have yourself a wonderful evening. And I'm Sarah Cruz. This is the Hipster Dragon. What?
Easy game, easy life, by the way.
Okay, and we are out on that end note. Peace out, y'all.